guys, welcome to Media Frenzy, the podcast where we've talked about various forms of media and have gotten to know each other. And since we've gotten to know each other, we know that we need to go our separate ways now. I'm Gracie.
I'm Caitlin.
I'm Hallie.
And I'm Chloe.
And this is our official finale episode. How are we feeling?
I hate you.
You know what? I hate myself too. So I think we need to start with like a reunion episode at every end of reality TV shows. I'm really disappointed in the backstage behavior of some people, specifically one person. I'm not going to call their name out because I'm not petty like they are, but they have made everything worse and they primarily wear black. So let that speculate who you will.
Think about that one for a minute.
Think about that one.
That's something to chew on.
Yeah.
I will be putting all of you on blast on social media as soon as this podcast is over.
Yes.
As soon as we're recording, you guys are getting canceled immediately.
100%. To all of my 7 followers on Instagram, they will know your stories.
They will know.
They will know.
They'll
They're
know
gonna
the
be pissed.
truth.
Breaking
Yes.
my silence. Media Frenzy podcast.
Yes. Oh my gosh,
You did it
that's
at
gonna
my birthday dinner.
You really
And you
showed up
didn't
to
even
my
invite
birthday
me to
party.
your birthday dinner, Chloe.
It was at the beginning of the semester. I don't think the podcast had
What's
started
that Ellen clip where she was like, I wasn't invited?
Oh,
That's what I was trying to reference.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited.
But that's not the truth, Ellen.
That's so good.
So, what was everyone's favorite episode? I want to know, because I'm actually curious.
I really liked the Bad Boys episode.
Was thinking
was a
the
good
same
one.
thing.
Yeah.
That was like the one
Really?
that popped in my head too. Bad Boys
Really?
Betrothal.
I want to say, like, I am so, I love all of our titles, and that is fully on Hallie and Caitlin. Like, you
Thank
get,
you.
right? Like, we don't, Chloe and I do not know, or whichever one of you guys isn't doing the editing, the rest of us don't know, like, what the title's gonna be or anything. So it's fun when I see that we've released an episode because I subscribe, and I'm just like,
Same.
oh,
Post
I'm like,
notice on.
oh, look at that. I'm like, look at the title. That's so fun.
Oh,
I
thanks.
think my favorite was I don't know. I think our first episode just because it was just that fun, like us getting to know each other, setting up like jokes that we have now carried across the rest of these episodes.
I realized I've never told you. There's a little secret about the first episode that I've never told the three of you.
What?
When we recorded that first episode,
What?
I had gone to lunch earlier in the day with my friend, and she was like, "Do you want to like go back to your house and like do switch bowling?" And I was like, "I'd love to, but I've got a podcast to record." And she was like, "Oh, that's true. I mean, I could always just work on homework while you record it." And I was like, "That's true." So in that first episode,
There's secretly someone in the background.
there was somebody right there. while we
That's
recorded.
so funny.
I didn't say anything.
Did they just
The
stay
secret
silent the whole
society
time?
member
Yeah.
or like the secret anonymous
The
media
secret fifth
frenzy-
member of
The
Media
secret
Frenzy.
member of the podcast. She was
Not
right there.
clickbait?
She was on
It's
her
part of
laptop
the-
doing homework, listening
it's
to
part of
our
the
first
lore.
episode. She was our first listener, and you guys didn't even know.
That's so funny.
I'm
I
putting,
mean,
I'm putting that
silly.
in. I'm putting that in. I'm keeping that in the title.
That's yes, secret.
We have a
fifth
new member.
We have a
Yeah.
new member. That's really funny. I
Yeah.
didn't.
Secret fifth member.
I just never mentioned it to you guys, and I figured since it's the last episode, now is the best time to bring it up.
Right. I
The
mean,
tell-all.
I feel like at some point, I mean, I know I'm pretty sure my background has changed a couple of times because I've been in different places. So technically, my boyfriend has been like off to the side, but you know, I wear my headset, so he doesn't hear anything. He just hears like the psychotic my side, where I am constantly just making strong opinions and statements, and I'll see him like when I've done that, I've seen him out of the corner of my eye just going,
You
He makes
listing
but
your
content.
like strong opinions about Wyomingans.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot about
Or,
that.
whatever I said. I think I'm against Floridians solidly.
I mean, real.
Yeah. But I mean, I think we've made good, solid, strong opinions. I don't think they're necessarily bad,
We don't support incest.
right?
Yeah.
Like that's
That
a
is
really
for
strong,
sure.
Made that
and
clear.
we're very strongly against wearing jerseys because we are not owned by men. So,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I liked the fan fiction episode because I think it really set the tone.
yeah. I honestly, in a way,
Our first strong stance.
I consider them both like our first episodes.
I mean, that's real.
Yeah.
It's our first like proper episode.
Yeah. Because like that was such a funny it really did set the tone and it
It
every
spiraled
single
down from there.
episode, yes, it just trickles down throughout. Like that episode essentially set up the whole podcast because everything's just trickled down from there because we constantly either talk about Twilight or After or whatever. um And something that we needed to mention that I forgot to mention in our last episode that was very important for TV month was apparently the Twilight TV show. Now, do we have any updates on that?
No, because it's been like 4 days. So
All right.
There can be
Cool.
updates. You don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't seen
I think it's
anything.
supposed to be on like HBO or something. I don't know.
Are they like are they just remaking the story, or are they like
I think so. Yeah.
better?
Aren't they
But
doing the same thing with Harry Potter? Like, what's the
Yeah.
point?
yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
supposed to
guess-
just be like a lot more in depth or something like that, which will be very interesting.
but who's gonna deliver the "Where the hell have you been, Emmett Loca" line like Taylor Lautner? Who's gonna do that?
They probably won't even
Me.
put it in.
They're gonna cast me.
They're gonna
Cast you.
cast
Cast
us
you.
in the Twilight show. We'd be
Yes.
so good.
Yeah. We can be Bella's friends.
I'll be
That she hates for some reason.
Yeah,
I
we,
call
we
Jessica.
can be. Yeah, we can all
I was
be
gonna say
Anna
Caitlin's
Kendrick.
very Jessica. Oh, we're all gonna share every single episode. We just rotate. We are,
Somebody else is Jessica every episode.
yeah,
And they never
we
address
pretend
that
like
she
nope,
changes it every time.
nope.
Oh my God, who's gonna be Charlie?
Oh my God, I'll be Charlie. That'll be it. That's my role.
Well, I said that and then I thought for a second. I was like, Pedro Pascal plays a single dad in like every single thing.
He is Hollywood's dad.
Oh my
True.
gosh, Pedro
He has
Pascal.
Pedro
to be.
Pascal for Charlie?
I'm down.
Let's start that hashtag. Hashtag Pedro Pascal for
Yeah.
Charlie.
I'm on
Charlie
board. With that.
Swan. Oh my gosh, Chief Swan. Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
Chief Pascal.
Chief
He's
Pascal.
already played. I mean, what was it? He was a cowboy in something, so he is. And he's, you know what? He has a running theme of having guns in his shows.
He's an
So like,
outlaw.
right? Now he can be the law enforcer, just switching the roles up. He's showing versatility in his roles, but still keeping that same single dad that is protecting.
I honestly could legit see him playing Charlie. Like he would actually be a good Charlie. Like he could be kind of that awkward, like sort of protective, I don't know, funny dad.
He would be so good.
Yeah. I'm on board with that.
But
I
what about Carlisle and like the other, like the doctor, Edward's dad. The other vampires.
I don't know any actors.
Right? Like,
I don't know the Twilight characters, so I'm just like,
Oh.
I just know that people have gone back and watched Twilight as adults and they're like, you know what though? Charlie and Carlisle.
That's real. I'm not gonna lie.
So, Chloe, then, are you Team Charlie or Team Carlisle? The adult version of
I'm-
Everett or Jacob.
I'm Team Charlie because he's just trying his best. He's trying his best, and he's slaying while trying,
ooh, as
Yeah.
the
Okay.
kids say.
as the kids say.
But Carlisle's rich.
Well, I don't think he's a good dad. So he just
Ooh.
like the reason that like I don't know, he just like finds these vampire people and is like, come to my house and
You live here
you
now.
live here and you go to high school like all the
Together,
time.
it's weird.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fair. Just
Could be Jessica.
that's fair.
Oh,
Caitlin's already
Anyway.
getting into character.
oh yeah. I watch these movies like every summer. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen them a lot.
Okay.
What percentage of the script do you think you have memorized at this point?
Most of it.
Okay, yeah, that's what I
Really?
thought.
I would run into like the last like 5 to 10 minutes of the first part of Breaking Dawn probably a dozen times, like in the summer of 2019, like literally the same part. And my mom was just like, okay, we have to watch these all the way through so that you know what's going on.
Mhm.
Because I did not know the plot line very well. And like I kept also kind of, I think, coming across the second movie. Yeah, the second movie. I didn't know what was going on. And yeah, so she's like, we just need to watch these. And then ever since we watch them every summer.
I love that.
Maybe occasionally a
You
little
and your mom watch them together?
we do, yes. My
Work.
mom and I have always watched a ton of movies together. Yeah.
That's kind of funny. I feel like your mom would hate watching Twilight. Like a parent would not like watching Twilight.
No, my mom's cool like that.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
What team is she on?
Um,
Now Carlisle and Charlie are an option.
Mhm.
probably Charlie.
Okay.
Charlie. I would say Charlie. Definitely Charlie.
Oh, I have a fun question that I was
What?
trying to think. So we asked like what our favorite episode was. We always finish every episode with what did we learn? What was your favorite thing that you learned during the podcast?
You act like I remember what I
Mine was
say.
that Caitlin met Ross Lynch and she thinks
Oh
that she had
yeah.
a cube head as a child.
That was great.
And I what?
And you said that you thought you had a cube head as a child.
Oh my gosh, yes. I love that.
I
Oh,
did. I can find a picture and show you. Look at this. Here, wait. I have proof. I have proof. Oh,
I thought you
here it
meant like
is.
what we said we learned because I Oh, you know what? Okay.
I love the getup that you were wearing.
Right? What was this from?
I was in a ballet recital and I hated my outfit. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah,
I think
can
you
see
look like
that.
a very cheery child. I don't know what you're speaking about.
Um, yeah. I remember that day very well.
It's really good. Yeah, that's
I
definitely
think
my
we're
favorite
my
thing I learned.
Huh?
That's my favorite thing I learned.
My favorite thing is that bookstores and libraries can what Hallie said can make you so far.
Oh,
Book
Oh my
bowels,
gosh,
if you
that
will.
was
the
what?
book bells.
The book bowels.
The
Yeah.
book bell. Yes. I think that was also my favorite, probably my favorite episode because, well, one of my favorite episodes because there's also the Bad Boys and Betrothals one, but that one because I feel like we were still kind of like, oh yeah, like we're getting to know each other, and then Hallie's just like, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like starting off this episode strong with a little fun fact I have
Fact.
written down here.
True. True.
Oh man, that was just it just opened up a lot.
Kind of like a book,
Uh-huh. Perhaps like
perhaps.
a book.
Yeah. And your bowels in a bookstore
Yes.
really opened a lot up.
Oh,
I'll stop talking now.
I Okay. I'm not gonna count this one. I'm gonna say two because one of them is I loved learning that one of your classmates, Hallie, hates orphans. I think that story is so funny. Just like I hate
Yeah.
orphans, and then very strong statement, kept backing it up, and then only at the end of class did she tell your teacher was like, "Oh yeah, I meant like fictional orphans."
Yeah.
Everyone was just like straight up, "You hate orphans."
I'm so glad she was
I
there
think
for that. Like the teacher of that class was there for that episode, for that story, because
yes, that's just so funny and strange. But
we were all
I
so surprised.
right? That's just really weird. But I think like related to the core podcast group, um your demented plot lines in your in your uh playing with dolls because that is hilarious but also very disturbing and then what you've shared in our group chat of like yeah this is like what we did so
I found some really good examples.
for context for our listeners, Hallie shared a TikTok with us in the group chat that was like using a sewing machine and put like Littlest Pet Shop at the sewing machine was like, "This is what you get," and then just like the needle cramming into this poor Littlest Pet Shop doll, and they were
I see
just
this
like,
video on the internet. Every time I watch it, I like cry. I don't know. It just really
and
reminds me of my child.
and then the way Hallie and the way Hallie's just like, "This is so funny, right?" And we're like, "This is a little concerning, Hallie," and you're like, "No, this reminds me of my childhood. It's so funny."
No, we
And-
literally used to like we'd be playing like with Barbies, and we would like my friend had a loft bed, and we would be like different scenes would happen in different locations, and there would always be like a murder, and we would chuck one of the
Ah,
Barbies off the loft, and then they got thrown off a cliff or something.
Oh my god. Ellie. And then the one you sent yesterday with the like Webkins army.
Yeah,
yes.
it was like a
Webkins got
warrior cat
sent to-
style clan meeting, and the one was getting sentenced to death.
Yes.
Anyway, Chloe, what was your
did you
favorite
learn,
thing
Chloe?
that you learned?
I can't think of one for our little central group, but I don't my favorite thing that I learned was about Mr. Hereford's TV show idea.
Yes.
That was so silly.
I love that he went with either going with my best friend's either going to be well Tyler the Creator
Or Andrew
or Andrew
Garfield.
Garfield. And I just feel like they're very opposite of people. So I just thought that that's how he I think it's interesting that he narrowed it to that.
Well,
It was
that's
just
why I
like,
was like, I argued in the episode. I was like, this sounds like self-insert fan fiction. Like this is
oh,
his
it
own
Oh, it
self-insert
100%
story,
is.
where
sorry, Mr. Hereford,
mayhaps
you're
Sorry.
gonna
Tyler the
have to
Creator
listen to this.
or Andrew Garfield is his dynamic duo partner.
Oh yeah, especially because the plot line was him being he's like the it's very like yeah, so you're the best you're not salesman,
The
advertiser,
best
I
like
believe.
PR practitioner.
Yes. Yes, the best in your field and like
These
there's
like
this one
Japanese tycoon guys.
yeah,
Like,
that like love you and that they're the reason why your business is still open and they love you and you're like
You're the
uh
best, and
and you're the best, and your best friend is Andrew Garfield or Tyler the Creator, whichever one.
whoever he's
whoever
Yeah.
we can
obsessed
get.
with when the show comes
And
out.
also
The
and also
sequel.
people think it's really funny.
Oh yeah, and like the best friend is like a gay guy.
Oh yeah, and that was gonna be like the season finale or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it like
Yeah.
builds up throughout the entire show. And it's
Yeah.
like filmed at like the office or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember if he said there would be like confessionals, but I hope there would be. That'd be
Yeah, I
fun.
think there needs to
I
be.
think you added that, but I think that would be an interesting level,
Yeah.
I really do think it would really add
making
a
it
lot
more
to the
office
show.
like.
Yeah. So yeah, we got you, Mr. Hereford, if you
Right?
want
We
more ideas for your
Yeah.
show.
right, we can be a brain trust for you, bounce some ideas.
We're always spitballing over here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was really just it was very sounding of self-insert fanfic.
It was. It
But
goes back
like,
to fan fiction episodes. Everything's fanfic.
it really is.
Exactly.
I can't think of a single thing that isn't.
Every single episode of ours kind of goes back to the fanfic episode, so we're really proving our first episode right.
That's what the
I set a
podcast should
good
have been
precedent.
called. Is it fanfic? And then
Is
we
it
just like,
fanfic?
Oh my god.
Yes.
pose the
The
question.
game show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is
Yes.
it fanfic? And then trick question all of them on.
And then we have to present ways that it is fanfic. So like, oh, well, it kind of seems based off of this kind of thing. Yes.
Exactly.
That's our next That's our next podcast. Media Frenzies breaking up. It's going to be, is it fanfic? ... Yes.
Yes.
Is it fan fiction? The answer is yes.
Always yes.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Always.
Oh boy.
I love that we interviewed your teacher though. It was very telling.
Yeah. That was fun. The next day, she was like, "Yeah, it was really fun to be," because she was like, I asked her about it. And she was like, like she was fine to do it, but she was like, what is this gonna entail? But the next day, I saw her in class, and she was like, "That was really fun, actually."
It's going to entail fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be
That's all
great.
you did. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be really funny.
Be
You'll
funny and
see, it's
cool,
good.
and you're gonna have a fabulous time. I promise.
I promise you will.
You will have
Or
fun.
else.
Don't make me recreate my childhood.
Oh no. No.
Uh, anyway. Tea how.
Well, have we learned anything else?
No, I was actually gonna bring up which are we voting to start after this? Twilight or After?
Oh,
Hmm.
that's a good question. I feel like Twilight's older. We should start with the older one, right?
I mean, that's fair.
It's been a while
I think
since I
After is
rewatched.
like more relevant, so you could argue it the other way around. It's happening.
I mean,
And
the thing
aren't they
about
related?
Twilight, they're not. Twilight and After are not related. However, I do think that Twilight and like 50 Shades of Grey and stuff like that, because 50 Shades is based on Twilight. Stuff like that like has like paved the way for After to be adapted from a fan fiction and be made into some pretty bad movies.
Yes.
And I think the thing about the Twilight series, like the movie series, is that I personally think the first two are good, but the rest of them, they kind of fell off. After, all of them are bad. So you can just make fun of them the entire time you're watching them.
Oh, so
We should watch Twilight then, just to see what this craziness of After is based off of. But I do want to, the way you describe After, I really do want to watch After.
It is wild.
Especially now that you said that apparently it was all a book in a book.
yeah, it's like such a weird Inception thing happening.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched that movie. And I don't intend on rewatching it by myself.
I want the next one to be like it suddenly becomes a science fiction plot where there's like a paradox because the book is like changing the aspects of real life.
Oh, that would
Like
be
all of a
actually
sudden it
good.
Oh my
changes
God.
genres entirely, and then they end up on like the moon or something.
And it turns into a different Harry Styles movie. Don't
Yeah.
worry, darling.
Don't worry, darling.
Yes. And then Harry Styles and Harry Styles the character meet each other. I don't remember his name.
I don't remember.
Meet each other,
It
but
was
it's
really
like one of
irrelevant,
those
honestly.
yeah, it's one of those like sci-fi things where they see each other and they just like break time. Because they're not supposed to be
Spider-Man
together.
meme.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
Spider-Man, No Way Home, but it's Harry Styles fan fiction.
After Into the
Characters.
Harryverse.
Oh my gosh. I'd watch that, honestly.
Yes.
That sounds like kind of hilarious. And
He has enough movies. He has 3 plus After, so
You know, we never talked. I feel like that was like a really big movie news thing back in our movie month. We never mentioned Don't Worry, Darling. That was like big talks
Oh
for
yeah.
a while.
Did anyone see it?
I did.
I did.
Oh
And
no, I
it
didn't.
wasn't good. So
Like it was.
yeah.
I made fun of everyone on the internet was making fun of Harry Styles for that one interview where he was like, it really feels like
The
a
movie, it
like a real
feels
go to
like
the
the
theater movie. But
movie.
after I saw it, I remember saying like, I mean, it wasn't like super bad, but it wasn't like remarkable. It was definitely a movie that I saw. Like I kept describing it as that, and I was like, I made fun of Harry Styles because he described his movie as feeling like a movie, and that's how I described it. It was accurate.
It was
It's
so
definitely
accurate.
a movie.
It was definitely a movie that I
It was a
went to
movie
the
that I
theater and
saw.
saw. Yeah.
Like the movie, it freaked me out, especially with the twist. Not because I was like, oh my God, it's so groundbreaking, but it's because it has this trope where it's like if you die in the simulation, you die in real life. And
If
like
you
I'm like,
die in the
oh my
game, you die
God.
for real.
Yes, yes, that stuff like freaks me out.
Does it?
It does.
I just thought it was
But they
silly
also
because
did it
all of
bad.
the
So
clues had nothing to do with anything. And like they showed all the cool like trippy scares in the trailer and they were like basically irrelevant. They really didn't make any sense.
exactly because
But
I
Florence
like
Pugh acted her little heart out.
yeah,
She did a good job.
the trailer was good and
Yeah.
it like had a lot like built like I don't know. Just the trailer and the movie don't match up.
Wait, so what's the plot? What's the plot of it? Like,
Do you want to take this one, Caitlin? Or not
hmm?
Caitlin, Chloe. Sorry, I was looking at Caitlin's
Um
face and I said
Oh.
Florence Pugh, she is this 50s housewife that lives with Harry Styles.
Mm.
But uh-oh, the community they're living in is doing something shady. And so like every day, like Florence Pugh, like whenever Harry Styles is off at work at the weird organization, Florence Pugh is like finding stuff out. And she's like, ooh. And then Chris Pine is like the leader. He's like, ooh, Florence Pugh, you better not find out stuff about the organization. And Florence Pugh is like,
it's so accurate,
I'm gonna
actually.
find it out. And, and I don't know. And then Olivia Wilde's like, Florence, you can't know anything, even though like I
Wait,
don't know.
she's in her own movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I've seen the trailer for it, but I didn't actually watch the movie, so I didn't know like what happened in the end. Like, did she make it out or did she die?
Oh, it's revealed that it's actually they're living in like 2030, and Harry Styles is like this like incel like
Like a
pot like
greasy
Joe Rogan
man.
podcast guy, and Chris Pine is the guy who made the podcast, and the entire time like Chris Pine is like advertising this like really in-depth like VR kind of thing to his like podcast guys, and they like so he like sedates Florence Pugh and puts her in this simulation, and so to where like he can be the alpha of the house or something.
All these women in the town are like sedated and like kidnapped and
Well,
like
except for Olivia Wilde because she was like my children, or like
yeah, like Olivia Wilde, like the neighbor. She's like is in there willingly, and she's the only one of the women that know that this simulation is fake, but she wants it to be real. So she's like, it's mad. But
We need to watch this together. Okay, that's on the next our bucket list. We have
another Harry Styles
Twilight,
movie.
After, and Don't Worry, Darling.
And everyone's like acting like not like the acting in it is like not great. And then
Yes.
Florence Pugh, who's
Yes.
like
Florence
giving
Pugh
her
and Chris
all.
Pine
acting.
Harry.
Yeah.
I love that.
And
We
then
have
Nick
to
Kroll's
watch
in
it.
it.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I
That's
forgot.
crazy. And I think like in the movie, like Harry Styles and Nick Kroll kiss. I don't
Do they?
know.
I don't remember.
They might.
I kind of blacked a lot of that movie out.
For real.
I thought they kissed at like the awards or something.
They did, but I think they also did in the movie.
Oh, okay. Oh well. That's for our teacher. He loves Nick Kroll. He likes Big Mouth.
Big Mouth got canceled.
Thank God. Listen, I never said this in
Thank-
front of him, but since this is the last episode, I have a supreme hatred for not only the animation style of Big Mouth, but the content. I think it's stupid and dumb, and I didn't say you could see it on my face when he said it in our episode where he was like, "I really like the show Big Mouth," and I was like,
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Wow, this is really a tell-all.
"Yeah, you know what?
We
I was feeling
we
all
got
the
you,
heat.
Yeah,
we got you
I
guys in
agree,
until the
Callie.
last minute.
Can't be
But-
mad at me now. It's too late."
Yeah. He's gonna like yell at us in the feedback for this episode.
No, in the feedback, he's just gonna be like, "Wow, Hallie, I see,
Wow.
I see. You decided to just hide this from, I don't know."
Yeah.
But like, thinking of, I think this is a good time to wrap the episode up. And I mean, what have we learned in doing this whole podcast experience? I can start.
Okay.
So you're good. I just saw Caitlin go.
I just don't ever know what to say.
You're good. No, I've learned that, like, I mean, it's not even like I've enjoyed this so much. Like, this has been so fun. And like genuinely, it's been really great, like, getting to know you guys, and I'm so glad that we've done this podcast together. And like, we have a group chat that we're good. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm so
A
glad.
single tear rolls down.
Oh gosh, my cat's coming. No,
Oh no.
go away. But like, I'm so glad we've got to know each other, and I just want to stay friends after this.
Real tears, not clickbait.
Yes. Oh wait.
Everybody, okay,
we
wait.
have
We
to all
need
make
to
like an upset face.
Yeah.
we need to make a thumbnail. Everybody, like,
Okay.
look like you're just sobbing or like just.
All right, yeah, that was good.
Was
I
that
think
good?
you got
Great.
it.
Okay, cool.
But no, like, I've had a really great time, and I'm glad that we have our group chat, and I'm like, even if we don't have this podcast, I'm glad that we have this podcast group.
We have each other.
Yes.
Maybe the podcast was the friends we made along the way.
Yes.
That's the real media frenzy. The friends
We
we
have-
made along.
Oh my
The
gosh,
friends
we've
we
gotten
made
to know
along
each
the way.
other. We
We
getting
did.
to know each
Yeah.
other?
We talked about media and got to know each other.
Oh my
Right?
goodness.
We've accomplished
full
these
circle.
goals. And this seems like A+ work. Wink wink.
You know,
A.
you catch my drift.
Okay. Would anyone else like to share any closing regards?
I was just glad that like when we first started, I was a little worried because like I mean we made it a point when we were first like talking about the podcast to like not really tell each other anything about each other because it was like we're just gonna
Yeah.
the point of the podcast is get to know each other. So I didn't know if like it was gonna be hard to like get us to talk. Like I was worried it was
Same.
gonna be like long stretches of silence and then like
Oh
but
yeah.
everyone, like we actually had like I feel like good
We have
podcast
great chemistry.
Yeah.
I was worried that we can I feel like we should watch back on the episodes and like we can feel each other easing in of like, okay, we're all cool. 'Cause obviously the first episode of just like we're against, like, I definitely felt that, like, oh, maybe this is weird. I probably shouldn't say that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, we're good. Okay.
We're going all in.
We're going all in.
For a final time, Media Frenzy is adamantly against incest and Wyomingians and Floridians and I think British people. Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe.
It's really hard to keep count of all the things we're against, but
Yeah.
we know we're against things.
Yeah. We have hard stances.
We know
about
what we
many
don't like.
things. Yes.
Absolutely. Okay.
Oh wait. I don't think me and Caitlin have said what we have learned.
We got 1 minute.
Okay.
I learned that Harry Styles has a very diverse and not good filmography. That being his own films and the spin-offs, I guess, of his life.
Oof. Okay,
But
Caitlin.
yeah.
Caitlin, quick.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm
no.
sorry, Chloe.
I've learned that apparently Charlie is like the main character of Twilight.
Okay, great.
Real.
Great. Thank you guys for watching Media Frenzy. We've had a great time. Thank you for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
Yay.